Hey there! So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to solve port swiggers exploiting Ruby's deserialization using a documented gadget chain. I was having some trouble with this, so I thought I'd put a video on it. Okay, so let's get to it. So, the first thing you need to know, well, if you look at the first thing you need to do is turn on your, let me just zoom into this. Turn on your Kali Linux, and you're going to have to get sudo apt install Ruby, because currently the version of Ruby is too low. You need Ruby either 2 or 3, because in the documentation, if you look at the solutions, it tells you that you need Ruby 2, but either 2 point something or 3 point something. And what you want to look for is this. So the script is here. So first you have to install the Ruby onto your Kali Linux. I already have done it. You want to do -y to just do that. And once you have it installed, let's make another one. Sudo nano, let's call it test 2, 3, test 3, RB. You can give it any extension, but I'm just going to give it RB. Now you have your blank document here, and what we want to paste is, first of all, you want to go to Google and type in universal deserialization gadgets. I just copied and pasted from here, and here we go. Pick the first one. Now there's a lot of documentation there, and you'd be tempted to download something, but all it really wants is this very last script right here. This is very last script here. Let's highlight a bit of that. Let's highlight the whole thing. Shift. Oops. There we go. Copy this, and let's go back here, and let's paste it in here. So Control V. Oops, I can't go do Control V. I have to do Control Shift V. There we go. So here's everything. Now, one thing that got me stumped is that apparently you need a few things. Apparently you need to do a shebang. That's this, and you have to point towards the Ruby exe file to execute it. And it's located in your hold on, I'm sure it's located in your user bin. So shebang, and now the directory where your Ruby exe file is at user bin Ruby. That's where it's located. Also, you'll need a library require, and I believe the library is base 64, because later on in the code you're gonna ask for this class and you don't have it, so you need to do these two things here. So let me just zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see. There we go. That's better. So you need this and you need that, and also if you go down, you see here ID. You're gonna replace that. What you're gonna replace it with is, go back here, how you want to delete. Say you're supposed to change the ID to this text. This is the system, or you want to delete the file. Let's copy this. Let's go over here and let's paste it in. Control V. There we go. It's all pasted. I like to put just for safety's sake, I just like to put -R here. It means recursive removal. So it's like it just removes everything. So that's pasted in here, and at the bottom, they're gonna comment these two out. They're gonna comment this, or you can delete them however you want. I just have to comment them out, and you want to paste one final line right at the bottom, which is put 64 base coding. Encode. Yeah, here we go. Base 64. Copy this. Put this here. Control V. Base 64. So without that required, this would give you an error. This base 64, it will give you an error. That's why at the top I had to put this. I had to put this here at the top, because without this, this wouldn't work. Okay, everything's good. We are going to save, Control S, Control X to exit out. And now all you have to do is type in sudo ruby, and I believe it's test3, and then enter. And there's your base64 code that you'll need just in a second. So this is the code we'll need. I am going into here. Let's get into access the lab. Open this in the new tab. Obviously, these gadget chains have already been like figuring out yourself is like I think it's impossible. Like not impossible, but you got to be experienced. So there's researchers have gone through the solutions. So they are the ones who sort of discovered these gadget chains. So I'm just using their code. My account here. Oh, don't forget to turn on your Foxy proxy if you haven't turned it on. So mine is turned on already. So my burp should should already be working. Let me just clear everything on my burp so you can see. Let me just clear histories first. So history should be clear. So there's nothing there. I might as well clear this too. These are WebSocket history. You don't need to, but I like to clear everything, like literally everything, so everything is nice and clean. Okay, so history. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna log in with our Wiener account, which was provided, by the way. It was provided up here. Was it provided? I'm pretty sure it was provided. We want you to log in. Yeah. So I want you to log in. Okay, so now I'm logged in. And then you want to go to your Burp Suite, and if you look here, this is the one, the get post. This is the post that goes straight into your page. So what I'm gonna do, let me just delete these here. Let's go to back to proxy. Let's go down here to response, and let's send that response to repeater. I'm gonna send it twice. I like to send it twice. One is a copy, one I can edit. So over here, here's my repeater. You want to replace this session cookie here with your base64, and well, you want to encode it, URL encoded first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. We're gonna copy all this. Copy, and or you just right-click here and copy selection. Just go to our decoder. Well, you don't have to go to decoder, but I suggest you do. Well, you don't really have to. We can do it straight here. Let's delete all this. Let's paste in what we have. And you may need to do a little bit of editing right here. Like it should be one continuous line down here. Because it puts spaces there. There we go. It's all one continuous line. And then you go over here and you want a URL encode it. I think URL encoding is just an extra step. So convert selection into URL. I'm gonna do all characters, and that's it. You hit send. It gives you an error response, but that error response gives you solved the lab. There you go. You solved the lab, and that is it. I don't know why this took me such a long time to figure out, but it did. Okay, that's it.